Take 4 dragons out of the den.
Very good, innit? My till go ring-a-ding-a-ling-a-ling, innit?
Put 3 of them in the kitchen and invite 1 as a guest.
Looked a bit like baby sick.
The result? Chemistry.
And that's what we call dragon's breath.
Calamity.
This is a disaster.
Bannatyne.
Shut up and eat your food.
And full-on competition.
I want to win. I'm better than them. I'm cleverer than them.
It's all about me.
As they battle to slay their rivals and win a £1,000 prize for children in need.
I feel like a gladiator about to enter the den.
Dragons Peter, Theo and Duncan are each cooking 1 dish of a 3-course meal, all on neutral territory in a house hired for the occasion.
I'm absolutely confident I will actually cook the best course today. It will be magnificent. I know I will be the winner.
Dessert will be served by health club entrepreneur Duncan Bannatyne, who's busy prepping a not-so-healthy raspberry and apple crumble with whiskey custard.
He's tried to make custard Scottish. Everybody knows that custard is not Scottish.
Ooh, now that sounds nice.
I just love traditional crumble and jam roly-polies and steam pudding because they're kind of everything you're not supposed to eat.
And this forbidden fruit includes margarine and flour, which Duncan is mixing to make his crumble topping.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is supposed to look like breadcrumbs. It's not working for me. I don't see the breadcrumbs. This is a disaster.
In an attempt to rescue his pud, he adds more oats and flour.
I'm trying to save the day. So I don't want any funnies.
Subtitles, anyone?
I don't want to hear any laughter. Why is that camera shaking? Are you laughing?
Yeah.
Well, that's improved it a bit. OK, the big breadcrumbs.
Crumble saved, sort of. Duncan weighs out sugar.
At 4 ounces. How many ounces at a pound?
16.
For a long time since I did this. Is it 14 pounds in a stone? Or 14 ounces in a pound? What is it?
I thought you were meant to be good with numbers. Perhaps Peter Jones can help.
Many ounces in a pound, Peter?
16.
I don't know.
Do you two really run your own businesses? Nice handprint, by the way.
You'll never be able to criticise people who get their numbers wrong now.
No, I won't.
12.
16! Oh, I give up. Duncan layers his apple and raspberry base with his guesstimated crumble topping, and that's his prep done.
So, here we go.
Next up, a man who's big in pants. Underwear tycoon Theo Paphitis, cooking a traditional Cypriot main course of stuffed vine leaves and then peppers.
That's so easy. What's going on here?
Says the man who can't make crumble.
Done well, Greek food is lovely. So the interesting thing is, will Theo do his well?
Maybe he's been creative and thought, well, what do I stuff it with? I'll stuff it with some... I don't know. Greek meat.
Steady. It's English beef, actually, mixed with parsley, tomato paste, rice and tinned tomatoes. A dish he's only cooked once before.
Mrs. P does the cooking in our house. I blame her for my inability to cook because she won't let me in her kitchen. I'd love to get in the kitchen. I would love to come home from work, do the cooking for the family, get the meal prepared, and if I had some time, I'd get the washing done as well.
Yeah, right. Theo finishes his main by using the meat to fill vine leaves and peppers.
Not pressing it too tight because the rice expands. And we just put it there, like that.
So that's Theo done. It's now Peter Jones's turn to cook, and he wants the kitchen all to himself.
This is just part and parcel of it, all right? And I've got my feta.
Theo, get lost.
Yeah, come on. Get on with it.
This is my kitchen. This is my time.
Just get on with it.
It's all about me.
Which presumably means you've done all the cooking yourself for your chicken liver parfait with mandarin.
Very exotic.
Is it?
I often choose liver parfait in a restaurant, so actually I really like that.
You get a few things and you put them together and you pat it and then you put it in the fridge and where it's cold you slice it. It's like...
Or if your name's Peter, you call in a favour from a chef mate.
I had a little bit of help from Heston Blumenthal. I've not cheated because it's all about preparation. What I'm going to do is just dip them in a mandarin syrup.
While he pops his pre-prepared pate balls in the fridge to cool, his rivals are ready to greet neutral guest Deborah Meaden, who's also scoring tonight. Nice Mac.
Hello, Deborah.
Hello, Duncan.
This is it. Come in.
Back in the kitchen, Peter's so confident he's investing in a last-minute surprise canapé for his rivals, Heston style.
Our good old friend, liquid nitrogen.
He might be a friend of yours.
And that's what we call dragon's breath.
Dragon's breath. Bet that smells bad.
Hello. Hey. Well, my dragons, we've got some fire-breathing stuff for you. This is just a little palate cleanser for you.
This is very Harry Potter, isn't it? Oh, look at that.
Thank you, Hermione.
What is actually meant to happen before you actually put it in my mouth, Peter?
What's supposed to happen is when you actually eat it,
Yes.
it's supposed to let off a little bit of steam out of your mouth.
Oh, wow.
So you look like a dragon.
A very rich dragon.
Go, go, go.
You got to put something to eat. You don't get to put something to blow out your nose. I mean, it just wasn't right.
What it was lime mousse dipped in liquid nitrogen.
I'll put it in your mouth.
Put mine on the plate. I'm going to put the spoon under it. Put mine in this spoon. That's what you do.
Nothing at all.
I think your pilot light's gone out,
It was theatre, and that's Peter, because he's so camp.
says the man with the lingerie chain. Dragon!
Wow.
Ah, came for your nose. That's very good.
Palates cleansed, it's time for the starter proper.
This is the creme de la creme now. If they thought that last one was good, this is the one.
The one being chicken liver parfait with mandarin.
This is theatrical.
I think he means camp.
That is lovely. It's not too rich. I think that's the mandarin and the vodka. It's lovely.
So far so good, but Theo's suspicious.
Did you make that yourself as well?
Listen, I've got to tell you a little secret. Earlier this week, I phoned up Heston and said I need some help. So I've been in the kitchen and been trained by his head chef.
I think the fact that Peter prepared some of the parfait in advance with his very, very experienced chef is a bit of a letdown. I think that's absolutely cheating.
Why would I cheat? That's training and research and...
Otherwise known as cheating.
Peter, I'm sorry, but if this was about showing off, you get 10. But it's not about showing off, it's about food. And Peter, I'm sorry, but 5.
Peter's starter looked fantastic, tasted delicious, could have been a 10, but it wasn't all made on the day. So, 8.
I'm going to give Peter a 5.
I actually think that went really well. They loved it.
You keep telling yourself that. 18 out of 30 doesn't say loved it to me. And now Theo's launching a takeover bid for top spot with his main course.
Now, the $6 million question is, has it cooked?
I'd test it if I were you.
The moment of truth.
And? Yes. In your own time, Theo.
I reckon we'll go with it.
At last! Paphitis plates his peppers, pitta and vine leaves with hummus and Greek village salad. Not that Peter seems to know where it's from.
Well, when I was looking at and seeing the salad, a Greek salad, I didn't think feta cheese was from that location, and I didn't think hummus was.
You need to get out more.
I really didn't. I thought hummus was Turkish or...
Oh, dear.
Bannatyne, as we would say back in the homeland.
Yes. Hummus from Cyprus.
I'd leave it there, fella.
Sorry, you're asking... In fairness, you are asking the person from Cyprus.
Because I was sure that hummus was Turkish.
You'd be very wrong. I think you stop going on about it.
No, he'll just do an impersonation of you instead.
Very good, innit? My till go ring-a-ding-a-ling-a-ling, innit?
Not very good, innit? Not as good as me and the Polly Whitehouse.
I only do the impressions just to get him to keep going, hello, peeps, it's Theo Paphitis, innit?
You do a good Duncan as well.
You put a salad in here, I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
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 Yeah, ridiculous. I didn't know Duncan was a Geordie.
I don't do impersonations, but I did once enter a Duncan Bannatyne impersonation contest.
You win.
No, I came third.
Do you know, I've been in the den, I'm on my 6th series now. I don't think I've understood anything Duncan's ever said.
Me neither. Back to the food.
So, Theo, a nice traditional dish, but for me it was a bit bland. So, for that reason, 6.
Theo's vine leaves delicious and the peppers delicious, but bought in salad, bought in hummus. Overall, 7.
I'm going to give Theo a 6.
So, Pete's on the skids as the man with the pants takes the lead with 19 points. Only Duncan and his dessert can stop Theo winning, but our final cook still has his custard to do. He heats eggs, milk and cornflour.
This should thicken up. If this doesn't become thick, we have a problem.
We have a problem.
Oh, God, I know what's happened. That's more than a pint of milk, isn't it?
Go to the supermarket often, do you?
I thought it was a pint of milk. It's not. It's 2 pints, isn't it?
Yeah, don't give up the day job.
Because I thought that was a pint of milk, and it's 2 pints of milk, so I've got too much custard now, and I want it thickened, so I've added some milk. OK? Don't give me a hard time.
Pot, kettle, black? Duncan attempts to rescue his custard with booze.
This custard is so much nicer with a bit of whiskey in it. Real whiskey, single malt. There you go. That's the most beautiful custard I've tasted today.
Now that's the most burnt raspberry and apple crumble you're likely to see today. Served with lashings of Duncan's beautiful whiskey custard.
How do you make custard?
Don't ask him.
You take egg whites, eggs, you separate the egg yolk, you add some flour,
Add too much milk.
you mix it up.
I kept expecting my alarm to wake me up. I just felt like I was in the middle of this weird dream where, you know, where the guys had suddenly turned into Stepford wives. I never thought I would hear the words coming out of Duncan's mouth. Well, you separate the eggs and add the flour. I mean, it was just surreal.
It's fabulous. And I'm going to eat all the crumble.
Yeah.
But the custard...
Must be Greek for rubbish. Peter's not looking keen either.
That is the most disgusting dessert I've
The
ever
custard's
had in
not
my
nice.
life. I would serve that to my dog. Duncan's dessert was, after the custard was poured on it, disgusting.
That is not custard. Look. That is a disgrace.
Ooh, harsh.
Shut up and eat your food. Shut up and eat your food.
Seriously, it looks like it's already been pre-eaten.
I think it's time for the final marks.
It looked a bit like baby sick. The crumble was okay, but it was just okay. So, 4.
Crumble, good. Custard, not. So it's 6.
Duncan, that was awful. 3.
Where's that bird with the results?
I think you mean Deborah, who's about to reveal who's won.
Okay, guys. Under this lid. Results. In reverse order, gentlemen. In 3rd place is Duncan.
Yeah, OK.
That's cupboard love. That's not real. That's cupboard love. In 2nd place is... Peter.
No!
Which means...
Does this mean I go...
in 1st place is Theo!
That's got to be a fix.
I think I deserve to win.
I'm ecstatic I've won. I now have the dragon bragging rights. Cheers, team.
Cheers, guys.
To all the dragons. Cheers.
Then get in there now and do the washing up.